Hello everybody! How are we tonight? Thank you very much for being here. Banging. Nice to see you again, Cowboy Swaggins. How are we this evening? Maybe that's the answer to the question I just asked, is that you're banging. Or hold on. Are you banging or do you feel banging? Hello, Big Ginge. Thank you so much for being here. So yeah, this is the second stream of the day. Fucking hell. It's banging night, feel banging. That's it, man. So yeah, second stream of the day. So early on, I know that some of you were along for Streets of Rage. So Robot Cooper, hello. Thank you very much for stopping by. Streets of Rage is very good. It is, however, very short. After, I mean, me and Southie, we completed it in the one sitting, and it took us just over 2 hours. It was just over a 2-hour stream, and that's with breaks. It's good. The music's great, which is a big thing for me with Streets of Rage. Music's great. The new characters that they've introduced are also great. They play really, really well. They have their own strengths and they have their own weaknesses. It's very, very well balanced. Thank God it's on Game Pass, because that's where we played it. On Steam it's like 20 quid, just over 20 quid. I feel like in today's sort of thing, economy, I don't know if that's the right term, but 20 quid for 2 hours is asking a lot. Fair enough, there's a lot of replayability, like your score that you get in the game continues on into other playthroughs, so it's kind of like it's wanting you to play through multiple times to unlock multiple characters. So yeah, it's good. I would probably play it again, but I was hoping there would be a little bit more to it. The last bosses are fairly easy. We only got game over once on one of the bosses, and that was like a mid-game boss sort of thing. But overall, it was really, really enjoyable. I'd play it again, but I wouldn't pay 20 quid for it, basically. But yeah, so I mean, that was Streets of Rage. I'm going to upload the VOD tonight onto YouTube, but the VOD's there, available already for those that are on Twitch. Just enjoy some coffee, and I think we'll just jump right in. We are on day 2. We're in the junk tunnel. Junk tunnel, baby. So yeah, the last time that we played, it was the second day. It still is the second day. There had been another murder. A guy was basically fired into a big recycling machine. He got ground up and he is very, very much dead. However, in there was like a metal smelting kind of facility machine, and the murder weapon from the first 2 murders was found within it. It has been cleaned off, there's no DNA on it, which sucks, but it kind of it ties in that the murderer for the first 2 murders could well truly be the guy or woman that is killed the dude in the recycling machine. So after a little bit of talking about, asking questions, trying to find people, we have located what seems to be the partner of the second murder victim, which has kind of led us to here. There's something a little bit fishy about her. It could be that she has ties to the Conduit, which is the terrorist group.
It's not the right time for that.
I was going to open up, but she doesn't want to open up a book inside the junk tunnel. So yeah, that's where we are now, and we're trying to locate her. She's been teaching. She's a teacher as well, so it could possibly be that she's trying to teach children the way of the conduit terrorist group, because they seem to be they seem to have quite a political mind on them. When it comes to like AI machines, shite like that, basically. So let's crack into it. So we've just come through this fridge door. It's like it was a secret entrance in this junkyard, and it looks like we've got electric fence.
Can't get too close. That's really high voltage. I need to find someone who knows their way around electronics.
Okay, like straight away. I think those that have been here for the majority of these streams will know exactly who we're going to. We are going to go and speak to... Fucking, I can't remember his name. I remember the name of his robot. His robot's Nessa. So we're going to go see him, and he might do us a favour and try and get us done. Dougleton, my man, thank you very much for the follow. And as you've seen there was the man himself, Macho Man Randy Savage, letting us all know that the cream rises to the top. Thank you very much for your follow. I hope you enjoy this game. It's cool. I've had a lot of fun with it, and I know a lot of people who pop by every single time are really enjoying it as well. So we need to try and get the fuck out of here.
It's a hefty pneumatic arm, used to push that refrigerator open. There's a sticker on the transformer it's connected to, saying 215 volts to 240 volts. I'll write it down.
Shoot the fence. Man, like, that's also, it's been a running kind of joke in this, is that most things we want to solve them by using a handgun or using the scalpel. But we've not been able to use a handgun yet. We haven't used the scalpel. We could have used the scalpel, but we didn't. We went and did a nicer thing. Instead of chopping off a dead man's finger to use it to get into a locked room. I'm glad that she wrote that down, because I was about to write it down myself in a wee notepad, but don't need to. I don't actually know if I needed to use my strength augmentation to get that door open, but fuck it, did. So how is everyone tonight? Did you have, if you've had dinner, was it good? If you've not had dinner,
feeling
what are you going to have?
Not really.
You had fish and chips and it was lush. Very nice, good choice. Calbo, you had fajitas and it was banging. Banging, I think, is going to be the word of the night. Got a lot of fish and chips, you got a lot of fajitas. I had a big lunch to kind of help me go through the Streets of Rage stream. And then for my dinner I had half of a pizza. And it was very good. It was very tasty.
Again.
Hey there. What can I do you for?
Hey, do you know your way around electronics?
No way! He just happened to accidentally construct a store filled with robots. Let me guess, you flunked Deduction 101?
Don't mind him. Yes, I do know a thing or two about that.
Well, great. I need you to come with me to disconnect the power to a thing. A trap.
Oh, I'd love to help, but I can't leave the store like this. Got an important customer today. Why don't you check with Lisa over by the museum? She can probably help you out.
The woman who was fixing that broken power pole?
Yeah, that's her.
All right, thanks. I'm off. See you later.
Take care.
Bye-bye, police lady.
Bye bye, police lady. For those that don't know, Nessa isn't actually a real AI robot. Walter, basically, it's ventriloquism. He just does a voice for Nessa, which is really cool. I'm very kind of suspicious about him having an important customer. I really don't know who that would be. It would be funny if it was actually
A photo of Katerina, dated a few months back.
It'd be funny if it would be Katerina. That's who we're looking for. What? What? I know. It's not actually a real robot. It's just a fucking wee metal felly. And he does the wee, because you can look, you see him with the arm. He's moving his arm and stuff, and he does the wee voice for him. It's fucking great. Smashing character. Right. Okay. We'll head over to the museum. Speak to this this lassie. See if we get her to help us.
Hey, there's an electrified fence in the junk heap. I'd like to disconnect it.
Oh, you should be able to do that from the power station just outside the entrance. Here, you can borrow this key to open the door.
Great, thanks.
Sorry, where would the door be?
Hi there. I see that there's been some progress with the fallen power line.
Yep, feel free to head in now.
Great, I'll do that later.
Don't know where this thing would be. Anyway. Fuck it, we'll head back. Unless it's in the hole. Yeah. She said entrance. Yeah, so would that be the entrance to the junkyard? It might actually be the entrance to the junkyard. So I'm trying to think if it's the entrance to the hole that we're in. Ah, see, there's fuck all out here. So we'll just fucking mosey on over. I love this robot as well, and that the fact that someone's fucking knitted a big jacket for it as well is pretty good. Darkness.
I can see a small sign near the end of the cable. It says 230 volts to 240 volts. I'll write it down.
Fuck it. Well, I mean, that power cord is going here. It must be on the outside. Is that the house that we couldn't get in earlier? So was that the house with the key code? Is that what you're on about, robot? Because if so, next to the scrap pile. Ah, no. That is just, we can't interact with that. Assuming you're meaning this over here. If it is that what you're on about, we can't really interact with that at the moment.
Allie? Feeling rested?
We eventually got into the
Not
one
really.
with the keypad. Eventually got there. It was a good achievement. But I was looking at little clips of this on Twitch of people who played it before, and I didn't look at anything past here or anything like that. It's just like I wanted to see people try and figure out puzzles that we spend a lot of time on. and there's a guy who basically he was just trying to fucking like force his way into the keypad. So if you remember, the keypad didn't have a 0 on it, so he started, as soon as he got that keypad, he went 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, and so on. Sorry. So is the music too loud? Like, can you hear me fine? Or could the music be turned down a touch? Because I can turn it, like, now's the time to let me know. It could be because I had to change my settings for Streets of Rage. But, yeah, so he was just doing like 111, 112, all that, basically hoping that you'll find the code. So we know the code is 315. So he eventually got up to the 300s. So he went 311, 312, 313, 314, and he went 315, and the door didn't open. It didn't do anything. It was still locked. So, like, for the code to actually work, you must actually have to trigger something for the game to be like, alright, they would have the code now. That's when the door would unlock. So the dude spent like ages putting every single number possible in, and it didn't open for him, which is incredible. And like, that's what you get for trying to be smart and trying to force your way into it. Turn it down a little bit. Cool. I'll do that. How is that now? Is that any better? I might have a few alternative codes. No, it doesn't. It actually only has the one code, which is incredible how they put that into there to stop people kind of like fucking, I suppose, like speed running it through or something like that. Fuck it. Don't know. Anyway, that's much better. Okay. So we need to find out where. It looks like that could be the cable. What? It's not letting me interact with it at all.
Old pre-collapse cars, likely stripped of all usable parts at this point.
And I'm assuming you heard her voice perfectly fine there as well.
Old shipping containers, neatly stacked. They look fairly intact. Maybe this area used to be a loading dock, and they precede the junk heap itself.
Sorry, I'm going back in here. Yeah, she's good. Awesome. Thank you very much. Sorry, I just realised that Cowboy asked a question earlier. That's what the key is for, no? Oh! Yeah, 'cause that was the power place, wasn't it? Yeah, because you see all the fucking bits going to it. That potentially, that potentially saved maybe like half an hour of me looking around that tunnel. Oh fuck. Don't like the look of this.
Pneumatic door, 215 volts to 240 volts. Electrified gate, 230 volts to 240 volts.
So, to me, that means we need to get the electric fence below 100 and, what was it?
Pneumatic
30?
door,
230?
215 volts to 240 volts. Electrified gate, 230 volts to 240 volts.
So, to make that not work, it needs to be less than 230.
Pneumatic door, 215 volts to 240 volts. Electrified gate, 230 volts to 240 volts.
So we just need to make it less than 200 then, 215. Oh yeah, because we need the fridge door to be open.
Pneumatic door, 215 volts to 240 volts. Electrified gate, 230 volts to 240 volts.
Let's see how the fuck this works.
They're live. I should turn off the power first.
Oh. Straight away, she's dead. Game over.
Ah, good. It still displays the expected voltage. When I have the voltage I want, I should be able to simply turn the main breaker back on, and that voltage will be fed to the grid.
Shag a dug. Oh, okay. So I just need to add a wee bit more onto it. Do I need to have all of them connected? I think I do. You can have multiple to the one. By the way, I'm not like I'm not even like counting this in my head. I'm just playing with cables till it fucking works. Was that not it? What was it? I can't even remember what I fucking did there now. Right, that's just not going to work to the fence. So what's that? That should be 225. That should be it then. Well, that still works. That still works.
Pneumatic door, 215 volts to 240 volts. Electrified gate, 230 volts to 240 volts.
So that must be just on 230 volts then. Yeah, see, I thought it was on 225, but it must be on 230.
They're live.
Fucking hell, that's way too much. I hate this. We're just back to 2:30 again, aren't we? Oh my god. Right, hold on. Is that not... That is it, innit?
I think that's it. I should go check out the gate.
Thank fuck. Hate that. Anytime I see numbers, my brain just goes, no, it's not happening. There you go, we got a yes, we got it there, and then we got a finally. Sorry, that must have been like, really, that must have been really annoying.
Ugh, it's stuck.
Oh well, we just need a muscle boost it. Skadoosh. Progress! Gotta love that progress. Oh, you can't.
Don't move. Oh. Wait,
I'll
you're that
check off,
city
right?
cop. Fuck, I was expecting... Ugh. Today is not your day, sister.
Fuck me.
I'm sorry. I can't let you leave.
Holy fuck!
Oh, this better be worth it.
Right, let's go and have our gun handy. Fucking hell.
Don't move. Oh. Wait, you're that city cop. Fuck, I was expecting... Ugh. Today is not your day, sister. Gah.
Fuck you.
Shit! Well, what are you waiting for? Finish me off then.
Step away from the weapon. Get on your knees and turn around.
Ow! Fuck, this hurts! Oh! Okay, sister. You win.
Hey, Punkage, how's it
So,
going?
you believe that the killer is after you now?
I know he is. He got Maya and Carl. I'm next, obviously.
Let's not forget Leonard Dahl. He was butchered this morning.
Leonard? The recycling guy? Jesus, I had no idea. That's odd.
Odd how?
Because, actually, I have to give you the whole story for it to make sense. Carl and I wanted a child, but I can't. I have viable eggs, but there are other complications.
Sorry, I'm just pouring myself a wee drink. You lost track of time in this game, but looks ace. Yeah man, this game is very, very good. I highly recommend it, and it's on sale on Steam at the moment as well. Very, very good. Voice acting's ace. Story so far is really good. Different choices. It's great. It's very, very good. You would like it. I can relate. Me and my partner, well, something similar happened to us. I understand your desperation. You took a calculated risk and had dire consequences. My condolences. However, rotten luck doesn't mean you can break the law. Life isn't fair.
I understand your desperation. You took a calculated risk, and it had dire consequences.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. So anyway, we came into contact with a woman called Maya Strand who claimed that she could help us have a baby. She built a replica of an old womb tank. Forbidden technology, of course.
I see. And what did she want in return?
Our help with some of her other shady experiments. The lady was somewhat frail. She couldn't handle much heavy labor. She eventually revealed that she was a self-proclaimed member of the Conduit. Probably figured we had too much to lose to turn her in. She was right.
Yes, I found the conduit connection. Playing with fire.
Yeah, so Carl and I decided to play along until after the birth and then escape Nordsund as a family.
So you merely pretended to sympathize with conduit beliefs, and then Maya was murdered.
Yes, E-Pose did it, I'm sure. Those assholes must have found out.
E-Pose. That rings a bell.
Earth Preservation Orthodox Society. Anti-tech group. You must have heard of them over at the Bureau. Used to be terrorist classified.
Oh yeah, I remember. So they have a church here in Nordsund?
Yep, near the old mall in Northtown. Big place. They get visitors from all over.
So you think EPOS fanatics are picking you off one by one? Do they know about the child? Or why do you believe EPOS is responsible for the murders?
So you think E-Pose fanatics are picking you off one by one? Do they know about the child?
Yes, I do, and I pray that they don't. That's why I'm hiding out here, to avoid leading them to the apartment. I was hoping to ambush them myself, and, well, then you came around.
There's a hole in this murder theory, though. Leonard Dahl.
Oh, yeah. No idea how that guy fits into all this. Could be unrelated.
It could be that he was murdered just because he was at the recycling place. The murderer maybe just wanted to go into there knowing that he or she could have like left the weapon there, and because Leonard stays, he actually lives in the facility. Maybe the murderer didn't realize that Leonard was going to be there and just had to get rid of him. Unrelated is improbable given the historically low murder rate of Nordsund. So you didn't know Leonard at all. He wasn't a member of your group. Perhaps Leonard was EPOS and you killed him to get... I'm not gonna... No. Nah.
So you didn't know Leonard at all? He wasn't a member of your group?
Not as far as I know, but Maya kept us on a need-to-know basis. It's possible that she worked with him in some way.
If all of this is true, why did you take a new name when you came to Nordsund?
It's a long story, but I left a life that was pretty ugly. I had to escape an abusive boyfriend. I needed a fresh start here in Nordsund. The nickname thing just happened. It felt natural, and then, well, I guess it stuck.
That doesn't explain why your relationship with Carl was kept a secret, though.
Carl and I happened really fast. It wasn't so much intentionally kept a secret, it just never became a public thing. When we started collaborating with Maya, we obviously had all the more reason to keep things quiet.
Well, I'm going to give all of this some thought and report to my superior. I'll be back later if I come up with more questions.
Okay, before you go, just the womb tank. The nutrients must be running low by now. Without replenishment, she could be hurt, even die.
Okay, when I leave, I'll go to the apartment and check on the baby. If there's a problem, where could I get more nutrients?
Maya always took care of that, so I'm not sure. My guess would be somewhere near the museum.
All right, I'll look into it.
You have no idea how much that means to me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, we know that Maya was growing what could be well and truly be nutrients in her place. So that's where it could be. this made a wee noise. So I don't know if we're moving more towards analytical or empathy. I don't know. Let's see if there's anything worthwhile having a little look around here. See, I was thinking like how we shot her and there's blood. We could have got her DNA on file, but obviously not.
A bug-out bag, I'm guessing. A lightweight aluminum pot with some leftover beans inside.
Aluminium. And it's filled, well, it's not filled with beans, it's leftover beans.
High-quality heater. One could get reasonably comfortable here in the winter.
Ah, she's okay.
A long-distance radio. It's connected to the roof, so I'm guessing there's an exterior antenna hidden among the junk. You can never really have too much water stored up. A small desk with a layer of dust on it.
Can I speak to her anymore?
I need to pick your brain about a few more things.
Okay. What's up?
Ask her about the conduit.
So tell me what you know about the conduit.
I doubt they're anything to worry about. If there are other members out there, I'd wager they're just as loony as Maya.
So Maya was on her own? There was no contact with any other conduit cells?
Not as far as I know, but I didn't really care to find out either.
Remind me again. Where should I look for a nutrient canister?
It should be somewhere in the museum area.
Alrighty then.
What can you tell me about yourself?
Other than this mess with Maya I got tangled up in, I'm just a teacher trying to get by. I moved here a few years back, met Carl, and, well, you know the rest.
What can you tell me about Carl?
I'd rather not talk about him. It hurts too much.
I understand. Sorry.
Yeah, I thought she was going to give us a sort of answer like that.
What's your opinion on Walter?
Personally, I can't stand that guy. He has to crack a joke every 5 seconds. Drives me crazy. The kids love him though, so I suppose he's all right.
Walter's ace. I don't feel like.
All right.
really
I
to
got
ask
what I needed for now.
any more
Good.
questions.
Talk to you later.
Actually, I
I
don't know
need
if she
to
might
pick
know
your
what the
brain
key
about a few
is.
more
Because
things.
we don't know what this key
Okay.
is for.
What's up?
Any idea of what this opens?
None whatsoever.
I borrowed this photo from the school.
Oh, good. Don't bother bringing it back. I look like a corpse in that light.
That's evidence.
Cool.
All right. I got what I needed for now.
Good.
Yeah.
Talk to you later.
Let's mosey on over
I'm
to
gonna head out now. Don't go too
the
far.
museum.
In this condition, hardly. I'm gonna need plenty of rest.
You have to admit you had it coming. I'll be back later.
Hello, Scientologist. How's it going, pal? You've not missed much, to be honest. Other than we got a game over screen because that woman shot us right where we stand right now. And I also got a wee fright as well. So. So that was the teacher that we were looking for. And she doesn't know why possibly Leonard would have got murdered. Right, let's have a look at this garden first.
Nice little garden. Surprised it gets enough sun here.
Alright. We'll have a little look into Maya's flat. See if we can make sense of nutrients.
Some kind of airtight container. It's labeled nutrients. I don't think this is the nutrient canister I'm looking for. The receptacle on the womb tank was much smaller. This looks like some kind of dispenser, though. So if I find the right container, I might be able to refill it here.
Right. So we've not come across the container for the nutrients. And it would be quite small, as she said, from being in the old apartment. It looked like quite a small receptacle. It would have went into that machine for the womb tank. Was the teacher who we thought it was then? Yeah, the teacher is definitely. I keep forgetting her.
A photo of Katerina, dated a few months
I keep on
back.
thinking her name's Katrina. Katerina. So yeah, definitely Katerina. She's quite on the edge because of the people that's getting murdered around her. She's starting to think it's like another terrorist group. Not the Conduit, it's like another one. It's doing the killings. So, and that's pretty much, that's all it's kind of been story-wise, the advancement anyway. So I reckon we might need to nip into the museum below, because that's been opened up now, and Lisa outside said that we could go in. So let's have a wee look. I thought that was a big fucking weird ass eye. Katerina, but she had another name, so easily confusing. Yeah, so it's her other name was Melinda? Melinda, yeah.
This facility has been deemed compliant with the Third Decree, 12th Amendment, on November 4th, 79 AR. Path of the Pilgrim. Kind of an odd name for an exhibition about the collapse.
Right, straight away we've got in here in the Conduit book is we have the Pilgrim's Prayer. So that might be come into play at some point during here. Let's have a look. Just going about just pressing buttons.
It shows various star constellations. Apparently the ones we plan to explore with some incredible new rocket engine that they were about to finish when the collapse happened. It's hard to think that most people had several of these in their homes once upon a time.
Sweet fellies, look at them.
The collapse occurred on what we now refer to as Year Zero AR, Anno Reducto, Year of the Collapse. During this time, AI was involved intimately in every part of our lives. The typical family could not be sustained without it for more than a few weeks. A coalition of anti-technology, anti-globalist, and religious movements, referred to as the Human Wave, reached a critical mass due to a series of AI incidents across the globe. A growing fear of the singularity, mainly proposed by Voice for Human Progress, VFHP, was a contributing factor, as were proven hardware faults in widespread robotics across the globe. On June 2nd, the Third Decree UN resolution was passed, declaring that all AI was scheduled to be discontinued over a course of 10 years. An observant reader may notice that this definition is different from the Third Decree we live by today, wherein CPUs are completely outlawed. This is because the Third Decree has been amended 12 times. However, the phasing out period for AI did not proceed as planned, and we now enter an era in which there are large holes in our historical records. But we do know that there was a massive worldwide blackout, rendering most computer chips and processors in the world unusable. Contemporary scholars have theorized about what exactly caused this sudden change. If it was a deliberate large-scale attack, an unintended consequence of the ongoing shutdowns, or if there could be natural causes, such as solar flares. The evidence is scarce, and the lack of global communication and infrastructure, not to mention the struggle for daily survival, has made truth-seeking in this matter extraordinarily difficult. Regardless, the end result was clear. From that day, the old world was no more. In the dark, we took our first stumbling steps as truly free humans, surrounded by our mountains of dead machines.
And there you go, eh? That was a big bit of text.
Due to the third decree, AI today is practically non-existent outside sanctioned laboratory conditions. Fringe terrorist groups such as the Conduit and End Protocol, EP, still try to resurrect AI, but have been successfully fought and nearly wiped out by authorities. Critics of the nanosubstance Blue claim that despite it lacking CPUs, it is a form of intelligent neural network warranted to be included in the third decree. Defenders of Blue tend to cite the Fourth Amendment, where transhumanism efforts in the form of human augmentation are declared legal. However, the Fourth Amendment was written before the discovery of Blue, when primitive mechanical and cybernetic implants were the only options for human augmentation.
Right. So obviously having augmentations and stuff is a bit of a taboo. Depends on who you're talking to. That other terrorist group that's mentioned there, EP, is not the one that was being mentioned before by Katarina. She was on about EPOS, which is like another group. So now we'd be getting a lot of groups thrown our way.
A regeneration pod kept people healthy and energetic.
Look at all them bubbles.
No idea what this is. Must have been some kind of local thing. I remember reading about some military experiment gone haywire in these parts. Maybe this is it.
Just go about pressing all the buttons. Boop. Fucking hell, that's bright.
I'm pretty sure these were flown autonomously, and that some famous world leader got killed by hackers who took control of her vehicle. A terrorist group claimed responsibility, and there was a bloody civil war. Looks like this is modeled from how the world looked pre-collapse. There's no crack caused by the Hyperloop failure, and the crater field is nowhere to be seen. Wow, this thing must have been fearsome back in the day.
Those bloody civil wars. The pesky civil wars. Fuck. Right. What the fuck is happening in this room? If anything at all. I feel that there must be a sequence to these buttons. How many do we have? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 buttons. Only I think we might need to. We must need to press these in order. Like, I strike down my foes blessed with impeccable aim. That will be the big fella, the big robot. I gaze at skies, ensure the path is clear. That will be the what looks like the eye. I am invigorated by my faith. That could be the fucking the big water tank, the rejuvenation tank. I'm nearing my goal and I press on, and that will be the hovercraft, right? Well, let's give it a go. So what we're doing tank, eye, robot, hovercraft. Tank, eye, robot, Hovercraft. Punkage. Stars is 2. What do you think? Good call. Right, we'll try it with the stars. I think the other ones are fine. You're just obsessed with that. That eye. Yeah, man. As soon as I walked in, I was like, what the fuck? Right. Hee-haw happened there. Let's have a look. Invigorated by my faith. What was the buttons next to the... Oh, it was the wee fellas. Yeah, it was them. I'm invigorated by my faith. Gaze at skies and shit. Yeah, now that you said that, Punkage, I definitely think that will be the stars. That has to be the big robot. And I'm near my goal. I press on for another full day.
No idea what this is. Must have been some kind of local thing. I remember reading about some military experiment gone haywire in these parts. Maybe this is it.
Try your scanner hang. The scanner hang. So yeah, that. Hee-haw. Unless Maya, she used to live above here. Healing tank. That has to be the first one. That must be the second. That must be the third. Say the hovercraft will do the drone. So I can only maybe try the globe then.
Looks like this is modeled from how the world looked pre-collapse. There's no crack caused by the Hyperloop failure, and the crater field is nowhere to be seen.
It's not it. But that certainly looks like a fucking... That looks like a door, right? In the back there. Invigorated by my faith. I guess. Unless it's not stars. And this is gazing, as it looks like an eye. So we'll try eye, robot, then globe. Fucking hell!
It's hard to think that most people had several of these in their homes once upon a time.
Fuck me. What is the not I meant to be again? It's a drone.
No idea what this is. Must have been some kind of local thing. I remember reading about some military experiment gone haywire in these parts. Maybe this is it.
Southie, who we'll know from Streets of Rage earlier, just joined the stream, but I think you have to press a green button. I don't know, man. You could be completely wrong, but you could be completely right. So, I mean, I've tried healing tank, stars, big fella, this. Have we tried the drone? The drone is the last one. Fuck me, man. Thing is, right, maybe it's still tube, stats, gunbot, globe. But you need to make the globe spin full rotation for a day. Oh. Stars. Ah, okay. We'll give it a go. I mean, that's a very, very good shout. Because it is interesting how it only turns a bit at a time. Fucking hell, man. You're some boy. You're some boy, Scientologist. You're absolute some fucking shagger. And on that note, I need a wee pee-pee. I've been hudding it in because I really want to try and get this bit done. I've been drinking so much fluids. So many fluids. Where's my fucking thing? There you go. Right, so if you have yourselves a little break, Scientologists, you have a nice, what's the word? Celebratory break. Give yourself a wee pat in the back, man, and we'll be back just shortly. Howdy. And we're back. What did I miss? It was the door. She should have been able to see that as a detective. So you missed the Streets of Rage 4 stream and you've been playing it yourself. How you so you're finding it as nails, right? Okay. So I found it quite easy. I think that could be just because it was me and Southie there that was playing it. But we got game over once, and that was like a midway through the game boss. The last section of bosses, or whatever you want to call it, like end game bosses anyway, it was fairly easy. It's a super cool game though. I wouldn't reckon that it's worth 20 quid though, because we completed it in 2 hours. Anyway. Well, that looks like a fucking
Wow,
canister.
impressive lab. There's gotta be a whole bunch of 3rd-degree infractions in this place. Maya must have conducted her secret illegal experiments here.
First things first. We've got some DNA. Apparently the new lass is broken. She could well and truly be, if you can basically with with Cherry, you can do like a jump down attack with her. Essentially, you can just pogo on enemies' heads. Which it is a little bit broken, to be honest. You got to stage 6 and Soul, it's hard. See, I thought they would have kind of ramped up the difficulty for 2-player. Sophie, you think it's worth the 20 quid? Well, the replayability with all the characters, the retro stuff, soundtrack is good. I think we struggled if the difficulty was higher. I definitely think we would have struggled if the difficulty was higher, and I agree with you saying about the replayability to collect the characters and stuff. I don't know. I keep on thinking like 20 quid for 2 hours. I know it's going to be more than 2 hours if you do those things, but you really don't need to. If you want the story, it's 2 hours. Because I know I said at the end of the stream, it's like, oh yeah, that's definitely, I would pay full amount for it, but as soon as I sat down and kind of thought more about it, I was like, oh, I wouldn't pay 20 quid for 2 hours. But, I mean, I'll probably play it again, to be honest, but I don't know. Just being able to speed around is pretty useful with Cherry. Yeah, but Cherry is really good. Would I want it to be longer? I think yes, I would want it to be longer. Maybe put like branching paths in it. Like at some point you'd be like, oh, you can choose go the left path or go the right path, and it might change the story a little bit or get a different level. So that way, it's more kind of pushed onto you to go, well, you have to replay this game. You go and do the different routes. Vixen, you're just saying that because you're cheap. That's my wife, everyone. I am not cheap. I spend money. I'm familiar with the concept of spending money. Right. Maya's definitely been in here. Her DNA is fucking everywhere. 20 quid is a good price for a game. If it was more, then maybe not worth it. Well, I mean, I wouldn't pay 25 quid for it. 20 quid I would maybe hum and haw about it, to be honest. Saying that, River City Girls story mode was around 7 hours. Aye, so and how much was River City Girls? Probably not 20. It might be 20 quid. And I would pay that for 7 hours of stuff. You don't see it should be any longer. Streets should be able to be done in one sit down. 25 quid-ish. Yeah. And again, it's a funny one because I totally agree with you, Scientologist, that, you know, Streets Rage has always been just a sit down, play game, do it in one sitting. But I don't know. I think maybe like times have changed a wee bit, so you expect a wee bit more kind of bang for your buck sort of thing. Anyway, let's crack on. Right, anyway, I don't need to fucking analyse Erin. Maya's definitely been here. Let's see if Leonard's been here. If there's been anything a bit suspicious. Nah, hee-haw. Carl's never been here. Well, his boots hasn't been anyway, and his DNA hasn't. Let's see if there's anything new. Nah. Maya's definitely been here. You saying this is why games have so much padding these days. It's all my fault. It's my fault that Final Fantasy VII Remake is all in Midgar. It's all that padding. I still haven't played it. I've just heard there's a lot of fucking padding in it, which doesn't necessarily need to be there. I just like a moan. That's the problem. I'm just a fucking moany bastard.
Good. I think this is what I need for the womb tank.
That's a bigger flask than what I thought it was. Get it played. It's a good game. There's a lot of padding though. I will get it played eventually. I'm still playing Persona 5 Royal. Which is so fucking good. Once I get that done, I'm going over to Final Fantasy.
Dirty laundry, presumably Maya's. Seems like she made herself comfortable down here.
Then once I'm done with that, it's probably just jump back on Final Fantasy 14.
This computer must require some kind of hardware key.
Could that be a hardware key?
I don't see how those things work together.
Some guy said it's not long enough for 50 quid. What, Persona 5 or Final Fantasy?
Herbal tea. Maybe from Maya's garden upstairs. An electronic headset
Final
of some
Fantasy
kind.
7.
Looks turned off.
What's like? How long is Final Fantasy 7? It's like folk are like clocking in like 30, 40 hours. I think that's well worth the money.
An electronic headset of some kind. Looks turned off. A wall filled with machines. There has to be plenty of illegal technology in here. A few different machines for working with audio. Looks like I can play audio tapes here.
Oh, okay, right. Don't have any audio tapes.
A big bucket filled with some kind of tubes.
Big bucket filled with tubes, baby. 40 hours. 40 hours for you as well. 50 quid. 40 hours. Aye. That sounded with me. Right, okay. So same thing as mainframe. Alright, so mainframe and... Ah, wait, that's
Appears to be a wireless data reader of some kind.
Ah, cool, it's cassette tapes there.
There were a couple of tapes here.
Your point is it would have been worth more if it was shorter because it would have been better. From what I've seen people say about there's like a lot of unnecessary padding. I guess it would have been better if it was shorter. There's no need to like pad things out unnecessarily. If you fill it with good padding, that's fine. But if you're just putting things in, I go kill 10 of them and come back. It's like, has it got anything to do with the story? Probably not.
Smells awful.
What's the point of being
This
there?
must have been here since Maya was killed. This place was set up to be private. Makes sense, given the circumstances.
They want to speed up the releases for the sequels, shorter games. Yeah, I heard them. I've seen that they're talking about that. 25 levels for Rage would be a better game. Debatable. If there are less corridors, more open areas, you prefer it. What's that main quest? And I'll just kid on that I didn't read your comment there, robot, because I've not played it yet.
A few different machines for working with audio. Looks like I can play audio tapes here.
In a dream, I was summoned by the Acer. I had been chosen to create a new god, and her name was Huldra. She would be conjured in my mind, and the creed, at long last, would become manifest. I awoke in tears, and this vision has stuck with me ever since.
This woman doesn't sound very sane.
I was going to say the exact same thing.
An AI's superintelligence would essentially be indistinguishable from a god. Infinite intelligence leads to infinite knowledge, and by extension, infinite power. Illness, suffering, even death itself could be turned into obsolete concepts. And what is a god? if not one who has reign over life and death.
Yeah, those are conduit ideas, all right.
Yeah, she also mentioned to name the god. Or the child god, whatever. Huldra. It's in the book as well.
Equations of some kind. I can't make sense of them. Various technical drawings. Some of them look similar to the womb tank.
Quite possibly they made the womb tank in here then. Right, well, I've got the flask, the canister, which it looked a lot bigger than what I thought it was going to be, so we'll go upstairs, see if we can fill it. Fill that flask up, baby. And then take it to the baby. Heading into battle with a womb tank. Shooting babies at folk.
All right, all filled up.
Now take a big old swig.
There's that red light again. Katerina was right.
Gee, that baby, it's grand.
All right, red light gone. Must have done the trick. Looks like things are working out okay for you in there.
He's turned over. He's facing the other way. She was facing the other way last time. Come on with a nickname for the baby. Stay professional and detached. Oh. I'll throw this one over to Joose. I'll let you decide if we should come up with a nickname for the baby or stay professional and detached. See what Joose will think. Professional from Vixen. So we got one professional. Let's see what else we get. No babies. No babies. Professional. 2 professionals. Scientologist doesn't know. Professional, I guess. Looks like we're going to stay professional and detached. Unless anyone else chips in. I doubt you're going to sway any other way. The second option, the way it's written, makes the first option very leading. As normally you'd be like, why not? Yeah, I suppose. I think I'm more interested to think of like what Vera would name the baby. If yous were going to name the baby, what would you name it?
Makes you think, doesn't it? Seeing a baby like this?
Yeah. It reminds me of everything that happened before.
Same here. But you know, it's not too late.
It is for you, Alex.
It is?
Well, yeah. You're dead.
I am, but
Oh, he's dead.
you're not. You still have time to make up for what we lost.
Right. I didn't expect Alex to be dead. I thought he was alive, just but in a different city. I don't know. I'd like that. my wound's still fresh. Without you, I can't, Alex. Having children is what I always wanted. Perhaps I could go it alone. I was never mother material, Alex. I just tried to play the part because you needed it so badly. We'll go without him.
Without you? I can't, Alex.
Sure you can. Where's the Vera I fell in love with? She didn't need me, or anybody else.
I don't know, Alex. She must have disappeared somewhere along the way.
I hope you'll find your way back to her then.
I do too. Painful memories. I should head back to Stina.
So that must be like something to do, like maybe like a side effect from her blue augmentations, is that she can have like these weird past dream things. The fucking baby. Right, we'll close the lid. I don't want to catch a cold. And as always,
I don't want to shoot that.
can he shoot it?
That combination makes no sense.
Can't fucking stab it.
That combination makes no sense.
One day, we'll be able to shoot Bush. Or stab Bush. Dual wield Bush. Right.
Agent England, right on time.
Councilwoman?
Oh, stop it. That word always makes me feel old. Call me Stina.
All right then, Stina. I have some things to report.
Always straight to the point. You allergic to small talk, kiddo?
Sorry, been a long day. I just want it to be over.
Well, suck it up. I need to vent. Had an argument with a friend today.
Yeah? What about?
Not important, but we ended up going our separate ways. Isn't it funny how quickly things can change?
I guess.
History, trust, respect. Poof. Gone.
Sorry to hear that. Hopefully you'll get back in touch one day. A shame, but I see it as a natural cycle of things. People grow apart. Yeah, that's why we need to stay strong. For those moments when you've only got yourself to rely on.
Yeah, that's why we need to stay strong. For those moments when you've only got yourself to rely on.
Spoken like a true loner. I suppose I can somewhat relate.
So, I wanted to share something else. My augmentations grew stronger this morning. The blue is starting to adapt to my psychology.
Blossoming before my very eyes, are ya? Do tell. What new things can you do?
I can, I can eat a fruit pastel without, what is the pattern with fruit pastels? You can fucking eat them without chewing or some shit like that. Whatever it is. That's it. That's the one. My vision is improving. I can see much better in darkness and zoom in on distant targets. Oh, you know, this and that.
My vision is improving. I can see much better in darkness and zoom in on distant targets.
Excellent. Quality recon allows you to engage the bad guys on your own terms. So, how was this recent experience of yours? Quite a ride for a rookie such as yourself, am I right?
I was well prepared. I didn't sleep through the whole training, you know. You're being quite inquisitive as to my experiences with Blue. I prefer to discuss the case now. Kind of, yeah. Maybe you'd like to explain how it works in depth.
Kind of, yeah. Maybe you'd like to explain how it works, in depth?
Sure. As the lab coats over at the Bureau have shown time and time again, no one really knows how the hell Blue works.
But that's only on a cellular level, right? We still have some data on the bottom line.
Yeah, but, I mean, look at it like this. Lady Blue is your best friend. She knows what you want, what you need.
Lady Blue.
A slow but deliberate beast. She grows stronger with time, but there's no lying to her, and there's no hiding from her. If you wish to destroy your enemies, she'll give you strength and speed. If you desire knowledge, she'll expand your mind and sharpen your senses. If you want to connect with others, she'll give you an aura of comfort, honesty, and trust. Simply put, Blue is pure liquid power. Now, let's hear your report. I've heard rumors about quite a grisly spectacle in the recycling center.
Pure liquid power. Slap that on the side of a can of
Ebus, huh?
super tenants.
Those guys are gonna be a pain to deal with. First, they're well armed. Second, they got pulled with City Hall. Our beloved mayor recently granted their church embassy status.
Wait, what? So they're out of my jurisdiction?
Not quite. It's one of those legal limbos. Sure, you can force your way in without breaking any laws, but they also have the right to defend themselves from unsanctioned intruders.
That's absurd. In other words, they can gun me down without repercussions.
I wouldn't say that. It's kind of a hassle to dispose of your still warm corpse.
Like this case couldn't get any worse.
No. You're an agent. The creme de la creme of the Central Bureau. Time to act like one.
Cream rises to
Infiltrate and evade, remember? If you do find evidence that these nut jobs are responsible for the killings, we'll get a diplomatic warrant.
All right. I have to be discreet then, and try to get inside without arousing suspicion.
Bingo. And, well, hope they don't already know who you are. That would make things awkward.
Okay then. I'll get some rest and visit the church in the morning.
Good plan, Agent. Dismissed.
Looks like we have done another day. It's a big lemon.
You know, the story of Katerina and Carl reminds me so much of what we went through.
Yeah. Similar circumstances, but vastly different outcomes. It's fascinating how just a few variables can change everything.
Indeed. Are our lives nothing but a sum of interconnected parts? Does any meaning attributed to them simply stem from our limited human cognition?
Most likely. The observer bias seems insurmountable. Even the concept of meaning itself is relative.
It's scary to think about, that it could all be an illusion. Every relationship we had, everything we ever cared about.
It really is. This can't be healthy.
Shit's getting deep, y'all.
Nice big lemon. Small miracle to see it grow to that size under these conditions.
There you go. Nice big lemon. One day, like, I hope, like, the last scene that we see in this game is just Vera just tucking into that big fucking lemon. Just having a right good time. Right, let's go.
There's that feeling again.
Ooh! What we got? Tutorial. Cloak. Temporary invisibility. Touching a tangible object or activating another augmentation will break the effect. Nice.
I'm alone in here. No reason to hide from anybody.
You could hide from the massive lemon. I don't know, that motherfucker could be staring at you. Could be thinking and like plotting to take over. Look at the size of it.
Morning, Agent. Dr. Patterson asked me to tell you to meet him in the morgue. He's done with the remains from the recycling center.
All right, thanks. I'll go have a look before I pay Epos a visit.
With him saying like, oh, he's done with the remains, like just straight away I was like thinking in my head, it's like, oh, it sounds like he's done with them, as in like he's just finished eating his dinner. He's fucking just scooped up. Had a big beverage. I say that's too convenient, you just got stealth, but then it was kind of explained that's how Blue works. Clever burgers. I know, man. Sneaky. Actually, let's see what my... See, I've gravitated right towards the middle again. Fucking hell. I'm playing this like proper, like just right in the middle. Who are you?
He looks sick. I shouldn't bother him.
Oh, he's got the COVID. Fucking weirdo.
Well, Leonard, it's been quite gross working with you. Hello again. I've got a present for you, Agent.
Is that so?
Yep, right here on this tray. If you're a fan of minced meat, I've got a bucket full of Leonard out back, too.
When it's mince for
I
dinner.
think I'll pass on that one.
Good choice. The seasoning is subpar, to say the least.
You take your jokes way too far, Doctor. Now, what have you found?
Well, obviously, the poor man was shredded. Fortunately for him, it happened when he was already dead.
Yeah, I came to the same conclusion.
Huh.
Can you tell me anything about the cause of death?
I didn't. I thought
Not
it was...
much with the remains in this
Died.
state. No signs of toxic substances, but that obviously still leaves a lot of options open.
Noted. So what's this in front of me?
As his
Oh,
boss.
yes. I noticed a pattern on Leonard's skin. Likely a tattoo. These are all the pieces I could find. Not sure how they fit together, but I kept them in case you wanted to have a look.
All right, I'll check them out.
Piece it all together, it just says like Moan the Hoops. What the hoops? Skin pieces. It's legit going to be a jigsaw with this guy's skin. Holy fuck. Right, what have we all got? If we find the corners, it'll be easier. Can you rotate or anything? No, it's just the way it is. No. This is a big arse. Leonard, he was a fan of big arses. So this is a tattoo of his favourite big arse. Oh, I accidentally clicked that together. Oh well then. Oh, Leonard, I think it's lust for big arses. Here, I'm actually like so impressed that this doctor has managed, like, the dude was like crunched up to bits. There was nothing left of him, and this doctor's managed to pull fucking this.
Huh. Looks like Leonard had this symbol tattooed on him. I'll copy it to my notebook.
Stands for big arses.
My sketch of Leonard's tattoo. Looks like some kind of symbol.
I was just seeing because there was these symbols here, but nah, hee-haw.
I had some more things to ask.
Shoot.
That's Stickman with a huge dick. It's like one of the many drawings that you would find on like Jackbox and stuff. Like whenever you play Jackbox and it's like you have to draw something, it's just everyone just instantly just goes, well, I'm just going to draw a big dick, so that's just what I'm going to draw.
What's your opinion on the Free Church of Epos?
I try to steer clear of those people. Any form of superstition, religious or otherwise, is of no interest to me.
What do you know about Leonard Dahl?
Polite and well-spoken fellow, judging by the few times I met with him.
All right. What did you meet with him about?
Well, typically just routine work when someone hurt themselves in the recycling center. Seems like a hazardous workplace. I hear about accidents occurring there almost on a weekly basis.
Oh, hey, Trying Scotsman. How's it going, man? How's the hay fever? I seen you last night and it was doing a number on you. Leonard's just showing off. Just fucking check that out, man.
So this is how Leonard's tattoo turned out.
Interesting. What does it mean?
Your guess is as good as mine.
It looks like one of those runes Maya liked to litter the town with.
Oh, wait, that's her doing?
Yes. As I understand it, she was a major voice on the building committee.
Huh. I've been wondering where all those symbols came from.
Yeah. Me, personally, I like the aesthetic. I think it gives the town a distinct look.
Definitely. The tattoo doesn't look runic to me, though, but I'll keep your theory in mind.
The tattoo looks like it would mean that he likes big booty bitches.
That's enough questions for now.
Okie dokie.
Oh, I want to like cloak up and like walk in here. I bet you'd catch this boy doing some fucking dodgy shit. Can I just like turn? Can I just do it in front of
I don't
people?
have a reason to go around unseen in here.
Sure, they wouldn't just let me just vanish in front of folk.
I'm alone in here. No reason to hide from it.
Right, okay. I just really want to see if that's a thing, like just see him just doing some fucking dodgy.
I don't have a reason to go around unseen in here.
Shit. He's got a weak pulse. Might be him away. Swinging around Leonard's massive knob. It's having a whale of a time on it. Like a big angry sea snake or something. Where was this fucking church? North of the shopping district, was it? Northern. That guy's done more to that mural.
Ball lightning. My interpretation must have been spot on.
Oh yeah, because I said to him, I was like, oh, by the way, that looks like ball lightning. And Ozzy just went, oh yeah, cool. And he just went and done it. Young man. I say young man. This was a poet.
Yes, this is where the recital will take place later. Great acoustics.
Ah, can I have a little foretaste?
Very well. The same wind, my dear. The same wind. Shook the walls of Jericho. Dried your tears. No Lee to be found. No trust, nor joy. This fire you were set to guard, and I to rest by its side. Your books and notes in disarray. It all seeks to delay us, while you face increasing chaos.
That was great. I love the ending.
You're too kind.
You're too kind. Well, this will definitely be churches. Ah, there's a bird. Sorry, we're breaking down the walls family here. But when he said about Jericho, all I heard, like, all was going through my mind was just like a little bit of the bubbly.
I need to get out of sight first.
Okay. Can we have a wee? Alright, okay. She is invisible now. But if I interact with anything, it'll hang me out of it. He's having a wee munch. Do we just go in? Absolute legend, that man. Chris Jericho's I fucking love him. I'll come out with the augmentation, or I'll see actually talk to this guy.
Hi there.
Greetings, and welcome to the Free Church of Epos. If you wish, you can enter our public prayer room to the right for some silent contemplation.
All right, thanks. What about the rest of the church?
The other areas are off limits to non-members.
I have official police business, though. Special Agent England.
I'm sorry, but I can't let you pass. You're gonna need papers. This is a diplomatic sanctuary.
There's no time for that. I'm trying to solve a triple homicide.
I'm sorry to hear that, ma'am, but I can assure you that there are no murderers here. I'd suggest you take this up with your superior.
There's no time to mess around with paperwork. I'll need to take things into my own hands.
I was just laughing there because I seen your comment. It's fucking the worship in Natal. I just love it, man. You put money in, and you can take money out. It's fucking amazing. So I was just thinking there, it's like if we went invisible, don't know if the bird would be able to detect us and would fly away and maybe just alert him or something. But he's chilled out.
I'd guess those are members of the church. I don't recognize any of them.
Oh, Scientologists, did you see how the AEW are making figurines of the wrestlers? So like, there's like a set you can get with Chris Jericho that he actually has like the table and the bottles of the bubbly and stuff. It's absolutely amazing. It's so good.
Looks like some kind of public prayer room or chapel. There are a few people in there.
Right, okay, so it puts you back there anyway to go invisible.
Looks like some kind of public
so
prayer
you can't
room.
go there. Right, okay, we'll just go right through. Here, that had what the fuck is happening here? Right, that actually had my biometric analyzer up as I was invisible. Those figures are very nice. First time I ever considered buying wrestling toys. They are very nice.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Exodus 23. Suppose it wouldn't be a church without a Bible quote or two. Sturdy-looking filing cabinet.
Fucking hell, that screen shake is a heart in my eyes. So see that screen shake, is that bothering any of you? It really
Looks like a
bothering me.
timeline of how the EPO seal has changed over the years.
Fucking hell. Right, okay. The third logo is that tattoo on the side.
The third version of the EPO's logo, designed about 15 years ago.
Probably adjust the screen shake. You cannot.
No way. It's the tattoo design. That must mean Leonard is a member of EPO's. Or, well, he was, at some point at least.
Fucking hell, man. The screen shake doesn't
I'll get
really
rid of the sketch,
put me
now
off.
that I've identified the symbol.
But I don't know if it's the pixelated and stuff and try to read text and it's shaking around.
It says LD on this box right here. That's gotta be Leonard Dahl.
And that'll be
Locked, obviously.
that key.
Got a written piece of paper. Grandmaster Otto, if you are reading
Grandmaster
this,
Otto.
it means that I have failed. I'm sorry, but I didn't want to involve the church unless absolutely necessary. My brother has some things for you. They will be self-explanatory. I told him to only give them up to the person who repeats the famous quote from my favorite book. I'm sure you remember. Blessings from Leonard, your most humble and loyal servant. Seems like Leonard was up to something shady. I'll have to find his brother and figure out what the quote is.
Brother. Cycle overfill. You started playing Uncharted 4 the other day and had to whack down the motion blur. Yeah, there's a lot of motion blur with Uncharted 4. They'll have to try Sim Plus in The Simpsons. It might be. Never know.
It's filling up fast and should overflow soon.
Okay. We'll flood these cunts.
Some kind of assembly hall with plenty of people inside. I should stay clear. I've looked there already.
I didn't mean to click on that. No. I was wanting to see if no, they must have been cleaned down because not even got Leonard's DNA on file and it's not even coming up. So let's skadoosh out of here.
All right, let's see if this works.
Splashing about. My invisible ghost in the shell shit.
What
It
the
is.
heck?
Have you seen the trailers for
That
that
should
new?
keep them busy for a while.
Have you seen the trailers for that new Ghost in the Shell series? It looks fucking terrible, but the thing is, it's written by like the same boy. But it looks fucking. Aye, that's the one. It looks shit. And there's that clip on Twitter that was going about with the boy who's naked and he was doing all the fucking backflips, like fucking backflipping upstairs and shit. Wild as fuck. It was amazing. Right, okay.
Some kind of metal workshop with a few men working on what looks like construction
It's
materials.
fucking ace.
The room's
So
a dead
good.
end, so I'll avoid it.
Right, okay, we can't go up there. What does he need to do is that so we could
Locked. Damn.
do you have a key for it? No. Oh, we'll muscle it.
Ugh, still won't budge. I'll have to find another way. Some kind of metal workshop with a few men working on what looks like construction materials. The room is a dead end, so I'll avoid it.
Maybe we pickpocket boy? Oh, what's happened here? Oh, I didn't like that.
I should stay away while the guard is in there.
Knife on the door?
That action
Hanging
doesn't seem productive to me.
Like hanging the lock on it?
That action doesn't seem productive to me.
Fucking shoot it?
I don't want to shoot that.
I don't want to shoot that.
Locked. Damn. Sturdy looking filing cabinet. A ventilation panel. Can't reach it from here. I should stay away while the guard is in there. Not right now. I should explore this place while I have a chance.
Oh, really? Wow. So I can't even leave this room, so I must be able to open that door somehow. Let's move the filing cabinet. If we can. Yay.
Ugh, it's stuck.
Okay, great muscle boost.
The hell is that noise?
Oh shit.
Shit.
We've got an intruder!
Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, right. I'll need to time it to the vibrations.
Ugh, it's stuck.
Oh wait, I need my muscle boost. I've just wasted it. Get it next time.
All right, it's loose now.
So that mean I can use it without muscle boost? Yeah, I can. Just fucking muscle it. Get that fucking thing muscled. So almost Nathan Drake shit. Nathan Drake just likes how we climb.
Six new members over the last month. The Bacarbo parish is also doing better now.
They managed to resolve their financial difficulties?
Oh yes, Elsa is doing great work there. Sending her on our behalf was the right call. That brings us to the subject of these horrid murders.
Vile acts, for certain. I pray that the church will stay
How's the boy
clear
from
of
the
any
start of the
blame.
game?
Why shouldn't it? We had nothing to do with those atrocities.
I know that, old friend. But surely our enemies
spoke
will
to him on the
not
train.
ignore an opportunity like this.
I suppose so. Our violent past coming back to haunt us.
Sadly, the fact that one of our people was victimized will inevitably draw eyes upon the church.
Yes, maybe it's in our best interest to invite the police as a gesture of good faith.
It would certainly show them that we have nothing to hide.
Very well. Let's bring the subject to a vote at the council tonight.
At the very least, it seems like the church leadership didn't sanction the murders. I'll wait a bit and see if they leave.
How can I not see you? There's this big face just peering through the slats like, alright. he does have a sushi hat. Sushi chef hat. Just fucking sushi daft. Let's see if there's any Diana. Nothing.
Administrative paperwork.
Alrighty then. Let's have a wee seat.
I don't think it's safe to go back that way.
Bookshelves.
Wow, that's a lot of books. They have an impressive library here.
That's a lot of books.
Wow, that's a lot of books.
Nothing really to do here. Surely there's not just like just go and exit. must do. Let's exit out this door.
Welcome, visitor.
Oh.
Oh,
He's been. Oh, he's
Special
just
Agent,
standing there the whole time.
Violent Crimes Central Bureau.
Oh, it's you again. The man from the train.
It's the man from the train!
Indeed. I never forget a face, but I'm afraid I didn't catch your name.
It's Agent England.
Ah, I am Vilgut. I assume you are aware of our legal status.
Yes, I've been informed. But tell me this. If you had nothing to hide, why would you invoke said legal status?
A church needn't have things to hide to be protective of its privacy. But to prove you wrong, I'll answer any questions you might have.
All right. I'll take you up on that.
And we're going to fire this wee biometric scanner analyzer on to see if you're talking fucking porcupines.
What do you know about the murder in the workshop hall?
Not much at all. Only that a carpenter was brutally killed there in the night.
What do you know about the murder in the museum?
Only what my fellow church members have told me. That Maya Strand was stabbed to death by a mysterious killer. Mysterious.
What's your take on the conduit?
Oh, those heretics? Haven't heard anything of them in many years. As far as I know, they are firmly confined to the ash heap of history by now.
Some might argue with that. Your church has a violent past with them, hasn't it?
There's no denying that. We fought many battles with their kind in the youth of our movement.
And now?
Don't be absurd. They are practically eradicated, and we have been a peaceful group for decades.
What do you think about their teachings, then?
Certainly dangerous doctrines if left unchecked. The conduit believes humans will create God in their image, instead of the other way around. In their folly, they forget that humans are flawed, and that their creations will inevitably inherit those flaws. The false God they aspire to create may demand sacrifices they're not prepared for.
So Leonard Dahl, one of your members, was killed yesterday.
I had a feeling your inquiry would lead us to him.
Can you think of anyone who would want him dead?
No. He was a loyal member of the church for many years. Kind of a loner,
He was
but
loyal to the foil.
Right. He did have a strangeness to him, though. A look in his eyes like he was stuck in perpetual contemplation. It seemed as if he was constantly on the verge of, but never quite able to reach, some sort of profound revelation.
Any hint of a violent side to him?
No. To my knowledge, Leonard never committed any violence, nor did he express any desire to do so.
This church, EPOS, what are your teachings?
At our core, we are an Orthodox Christian church. We believe in the one true God and His only Son, Jesus Christ.
And what sets your group apart from other Christians?
Two things. The reverence of the essential humanity in each and every one of us, and our stalwart opposition to false idols. Prior to the collapse, the great flood of our time, we arose as a reaction to the disgraceful habits of that era. The widespread worship of anything and everything but God. Wealth, fame, mindless pleasure. The sickening mutilation of our bodies to the point where some were more machine than human. And the worst of all, the pursuit of AI superintelligences. False gods that humans aspired to construct for themselves. We oppose it all for the glory of our Creator and the salvation in our future.
And how do you go about preventing people from worshipping these false gods?
Not by violence, if that's what you're implying. Such things belong to the past.
So it's just a coincidence that the only armed man I've seen in Nordson was right behind your doors?
Sadly, the world is still in a state where men with guns are a necessary evil. However, no laws have been broken. We have every right to bear arms.
Well, it doesn't sound like these guys would like the fact that we've got all these augmentations.
Do you know what kinds of books Leonard liked to read?
One book he borrowed frequently was The Kingdom of God is Within You. In fact, it still hasn't been returned. It should be among his estate.
Would you be able to say if he had any favorite quotes from that book?
No, you should ask someone who spent more time with him.
Fine, I'll do that. What kind of book is it anyway?
It's about non-violence, to summarize.
Got it. Thanks.
It's about not battering folk.
What do you know about Carl Oscarson?
I must confess I didn't even know his name before I heard he was a murder victim.
Do you know who Katarina Berg is, the school teacher? She also calls herself Melinda.
I believe I've seen her around town with the school children, but I don't know much about her.
What do you think of Commissary Anderson?
He's no member of the church, but he's a fine man blessed with strong Christian morals. Compassionate, forgiving, and open-minded. I was good friends with his late father, and I'm glad to see that his son followed in his footsteps.
What's your opinion on Stina Ruth?
Cunning woman, that one. And she's been a thorn in our side ever since she joined the town council.
Yeah? How so?
She has a penchant for political obstruction. Things like hindering our building permits or imposing unreasonable restrictions on our street preaching.
Why do you think she's been acting that way?
If I had to hazard a guess, I'd say she has some kind of grudge. Some Christian out there must have greatly angered her at some point.
She probably doesn't like the fact that they're so opposed to augmentations. I'd imagine.
What's your opinion on Maya Strand?
She was my polar opposite in almost every way. But I enjoyed the occasional late-night chess game with her in the canteen. It's fascinating how trivial activities like board games can bring such different people together. Goes without saying that I was as shocked and appalled as anyone when I learned of what happened to her.
What's your opinion on Dr. Pearson?
He and I have quite different takes on life and death, to put it lightly. But alas, a man of my age needs to see a physician regularly to keep the Grim Reaper at bay. So I grit my teeth and endure half an hour of his morbid humor for the sake of my health.
What do you think of Walter?
I don't know him well, but he seems like the kind of man who plays the part of the clown to hide a deep wound.
What do you think of Gabriel?
Kurt's nephew. We only met briefly a few times.
Do you know who Leonard Dahl's brother is?
I believe his name is Rolf. Quite a shady character, if you ask me.
Rolf Harris.
Oh, the gardener, right?
Yes, that's him.
Fuck me. Roald Dahl.
What can you tell me about Rolf?
Not my favorite person. He mocked the Lord when I first met him, and I don't take kindly to that sort of behavior.
I think we're done with this boy.
Recognize this?
I do. Read it even many years ago.
Know thy enemy?
Something like that.
I'll keep it to myself. I don't want the church to know too much about the case.
Yeah, I suppose.
Do you recognize this woman?
I do. That's one of the teachers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that pretty much sums up what I know about her.
Just like that. Yeah, I think we're done with this boy.
That's all, for now.
Understood. I'll be here if you have more inquiries.
Asked him a bunch of questions that we didn't really need to ask him, but it's good to exhaust them all.
Oh, the passage led back here. Good. Since I left the door unlocked behind me, I'll be able to come back the same way.
How convenient.
Grandmaster Otto, if you are reading this, it means that I have failed. I'm sorry, but I didn't want to involve the church unless absolutely necessary. My brother has some things for you. They will be self-explanatory. I told him to only give them up to the person who repeats the famous quote from my favorite book. I'm sure you remember. Blessings from Leonard, your most humble and loyal servant.
I think we need to go to the police station. Any quick way of going there? Junk heap. Suppose this way. I'm guessing maybe just asking the police station to know of this Grandmaster. Hey, it's Holy fuck! Your fucking... What's your puss? Your plant man. The gardener guy who helped us earlier, who was a bit weird. He's... no, not the Janny. The Janny was Sven. Sven was sound. But this is the gardener guy who we spoke to about the saffron, and he was a really a wee bit weird. Turns out he's motherfucking Rolf. Hot damn, I know. Before we talk to him, I'm just gonna go for another pee. I'm drinking so much water, and it's going like right through me. But what is a gardener if not a plant Janny? You've got me there. I have no comeback to that. But yeah, we'll be right back. I'm just going to go for a quick toilet break, and we'll be right back. Hello, that's me back. What have I missed? My wonderful wife has said the cassette cases in your inventory look a lot like wee owl faces. And they do. They look like they're quite possibly they've had a wee chat to one another, and something really shocking has come up. A wee bit. Woo! Think about that while you pee. I would have thought about it if I'd seen it before I went for a pee, but I rushed out of that room because my back teeth were floating, as they would say. Can't unsee. Yeah, I can't unsee that now. They're owls. That's the way it's going to be. Right. Let's see what the script is with this kid.
Hello, Ralph.
Hey, look, I'm pretty busy here. Not really a good time to talk.
This can't wait. You heard about your brother, right?
It's a small town, what do you think?
Sorry about your loss, but I really need to ask you some questions.
Fine.
Who lit? Fucking... My new favourite album just came out. It's on Hulu, an audio Hulu.
I'm sorry, Rolf, but I have to ask you about your brother's death.
I know, and I wish I had something to give you, but I don't know what happened.
So you have no idea who'd want to kill Leonard?
It's gotta be the nutjob who killed those other people, right?
It's possible, but far from certain. When was the last time you talked to your brother?
A week and a half ago, or so.
Okay. How did he seem? What did you two discuss?
He was his usual self, but what we talked about is private.
Look, every little detail matters. What he said could be the key to finding his killer.
I'm not gonna betray his trust. If you want to arrest me, go ahead. But that's all I'm gonna say.
Fucking no need to be a fucking prick!
What can you tell me about the Church of Epos? I know for a fact that your brother was a member.
So? That's not a crime.
Come on, Rolf, work with me. Don't you want me to catch your brother's killer?
Yes, he was a member, but I'm not. I spent 10 years trying to get him out of that place.
Why would you do that?
Because he changed. He became this sullen, slow, serious, fucking block of a person. He used to be so full of life, you know? I know he died just yesterday, but the Leonard I grew up with, he's been dead for a long time.
I understand, Rolf. Thanks for sharing. No, I don't want to tip him off before I figured out the exact quote.
What am I supposed to say then?
What kind of relationship did you have with your brother?
Ask him about
The
your brother,
sibling
guys.
kind. We weren't enemies, if that's what you're asking. The rest is really none of your business.
What can you tell me about yourself, Rolf?
I'm not in the mood for small talk. Ask your questions so I can get back to work.
Really don't need to ask him about these people.
I should keep this to myself, or he might figure out that I'm not the person Leonard wanted to have the evidence. No, I don't want to tip him off before I figured out the exact quote.
Fucking ass.
Do you know who Katarina Berg is, the school teacher? She also calls herself Melinda.
Sure, I've seen her around, but that's pretty much it.
What do you think of Walter?
He's kind of a loon, isn't he? And coming from me, that's saying a lot.
What's your opinion on Gabriel?
The cop? Can't say I enjoy his company. Last time we met, he gave me a couple of nasty bruises.
Resisting arrest?
That'd certainly be how he'd justify it.
Maybe if I go invisible, he might be like, he might talk to himself about his brother.
That's it, for now.
Good.
I don't have a reason to go around unseen in here.
Or not. I think you need that book. Well, I need to find out what book. It is.
Grandmaster Otto, if you are reading this, it means that I have failed. I'm sorry, but I didn't want to involve the church unless absolutely necessary. My brother has some things for you. They will be self-explanatory. I told him to only give them up to the person who repeats the famous quote from my favorite book. I'm sure you remember. Blessings from Leonard, your most humble and loyal servant.
Assuming the book was with the train book. I'll go back. I mean, there was a lot of books kicking about. Just having a wee seat.
I have a few more questions, Vilgut.
I'm listening.
I'm listening.
Do you know what kinds of books Leonard liked to read?
One book he borrowed frequently was The Kingdom of God is Within You. In fact, it still hasn't been returned. It should be among his estate.
Would you be able to say if he had any favorite quotes from that book?
No, you should ask someone who spent more time with him.
Fine, I'll do that. What kind of book is it anyway?
It's about non-violence, to summarize.
Got it. Thanks.
Yeah, so what were we saying? I guess it's non-violence included with something that you have to go off, although it's not much. He said the name of it, Kingdom something something, so yeah, we found out there. So yeah, we need to find his stuff.
That's all, for now.
We need to find out where he lives.
Understood. I'll be here if you have more inquiries.
So maybe possibly running it through with the police station, and maybe get an address from the book. If maybe we've got a name, we can get the address. Guess that's something to go off of. Off.
I don't think I need to look him up. I don't think I need to look him up.
How not?
I don't need to look that up. I don't need to look that up.
Okay, well, that throws that out.
I had a few questions, Commissary.
By all means.
So it turns out that Leonard Dahl was a member of EPOS.
That's disconcerting. Do you suspect that the church is connected to the murders?
Not anymore. I infiltrated their compound, and nothing indicates that they had any prior knowledge of the killings.
I see. That's a relief.
It is?
Well, a whole organization committing murders would be a hell of a lot more difficult to deal with than a single person. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah, you're right. What's your opinion on Rolf Dahl, the plant master?
Plant master!
Oh, don't get me started on that troublemaker. He's always up to something.
Yeah? Like what?
Anything that will make him a quick buck. Smuggling and handling of stolen goods, usually.
Want me to look into it?
No need. You have bigger fish to fry. We can handle Rolf.
I'm trying to find a book quote that Leonard Dahl was fond of.
I'm afraid I can't be of much help there. Perhaps a friend or colleague would know.
Hopefully. I'll try to find someone. What do you know about the Free Church of EPOS?
Well, I'm no member myself, but my father was an EPOS man.
Oh, really? What made you pick a different path?
I suppose I never had much faith in a higher power. I believe in humanity, and that's enough for me.
What's your impression of the church, then?
Positive overall. From my point of view, they've always been a friendly group of people. Law-abiding and ready to lend a hand when the town needed it.
You must admit, the embassy status is quite suspicious, though.
Agreed. I opposed it at every turn. We should all be equal before the law. But in the end, it was a political matter and out of my hands.
Have a look at this. I found it in the EPOS compound.
Interesting. It seems our Leonard was involved in some shady activities.
Indeed. That's all I needed.
Very well.
Apparently Leonard Dahl liked a certain book quote. I should try to find out what it is.
So, I know the name of the book. He's got it in his stuff. Maybe I go to the morgue? If they have his stuff? That's the only thing I can think of. He's still standing there looking at the pile of skin.
I had some more things to ask.
Shoot.
So I'm trying to find a book quote that Leonard Dahl was fond of.
I didn't really know him, so I can't help you there.
Wait, hold on. Did Katharina not
What's
know
your
him?
opinion on Rolf, the gardener?
I have nothing but respect for natural medicine, but that man is a danger to society. If I had a grain of sand for every time one of his patients came to me for proper medical treatment, I'd be living in a desert.
I think I'll go to her.
That's enough
I think
questions
she
for
said
now.
something about
Okie dokie.
them knowing each other. She might be able to point me into the right direction of where he lives. Or something like that. So if a wee shot, eh? And what time is it? Come to 10:30. Who's this fella?
He looks busy sifting through the junk. I'll leave him be.
Just leave him be then. Who are you?
Oh, you're back.
Sure am. You don't need to worry. I replaced the canister yesterday. The baby was fine.
You have no idea how much that means to me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, boy here.
I need to pick your brain about a few more things.
Okay. What's up?
I found out that Leonard Dahl was a member of EPOS.
Really?
Yes, really. Anything to say about that?
Good riddance, I guess. EPOs are a bunch of assholes.
That so? Happen to hate them enough to shred one of them to bits?
No. Whoever did that is a sick person.
Do you know Rolf, the gardener?
I know his name and occupation, but that's about it.
Because you just said his name and his occupation.
I'm trying to find a book quote that Leonard Dahl was fond of.
You should ask somebody who knew the guy then.
Oh, fuck. Who knew him? Oh, maybe his workmate at the recycling plant. He would know him.
All right, I got what I needed for now.
Good. Talk to you later.
All right, I'm going again.
Okay. Bye.
Rolf Dahl is a bit close to Roald Dahl. It's very close. It's too close. Fucking too close for my liking, eh? We'll mosey on over to the recycling plant. See what the script is. See if it works. But let's see what the fuck on the script with this boy is, kid. Of course he wouldn't be here. Oh, yeah, of course. He lived at the fucking place.
There it is, the book from the library.
Fucking...
Got it.
I think I've said numerous times, oh aye, he lives at the recycling place, and never thought of going... I've even said, oh, I will go and speak to her, she might be able to tell me where he lived and stuff. And it just completely went out of my mind. You forgot about that little room? I forgot about that little room as well.
The Kingdom of God is Within You by Leo Tolstoy. This looks ancient, pre-collapse for sure. A number of pages are marked in the margins. Likely to easily find them. Even if one of the marked pages contains the quote I need, there's too much text. I'll need more to go on. Maybe someone who had regular contact with Leonard would know the quote if they saw it.
Right. it's come up to 10:30. I've been streaming for like 2.5 hours. I'm going to call it there tonight. I think I kind of know where we... I think at least anyway where we need to go next time, which is going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, and it's the last day of the week that I'll stream. So I think we'll make good progress tomorrow. Aye. So we'll call it there. So once again, thank you so much for coming along, spending your Thursday evening watching me struggle with this fucking game. It's fun though, it's well good. Some good patter. Laughs have been some laughs have happened. Aye, don't think there's anything really else to say. We had a follow. That was nice. Thank you, Big Ginge. Yeah, like thank you everyone who comes along. I love how there's like there's a small group of people who always come to see what's going to happen next in this game. It's fun. It's fun doing this, and I love it. So yeah. Have a good evening. Hope you all sleep well. I don't know where that fucking came from. Hope you all sleep well. Stay safe. Stay warm. I love yous. And we'll see each other again at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Bye bye. Love yous.